From the Premier League, we go to the Bundesliga, and it is round 25 of the Bundesliga. It kicks off on Friday with Arminia Bielefeld playing against Augsburg, of course. A clear battle of, almost relegation, because Bielefeld are 14th and Augsburg are 15th with 23 points. On Saturday, it kicks things off. Actually, 4 games are at the same 5 games at the same time. But obviously, the kickoff with a big game in this one, in this match, is Bayern Munich, who are hosting Bayer Leverkusen. Of course, the reverse fixture ended 5-1 to Bayern Munich. That was back in early November as well. So it definitely, or like late October. So definitely, this game has a special place, I think, in the Bayern Munich heart, because the games against Leverkusen are always tough. They're always rugged. They've been there in the last couple of years, of course. Bayern lost to Leverkusen at home. They defeated Leverkusen away, and it's been a roller coaster, I think, of a game. Always when these two sides played, exciting games, goals almost guaranteed in each game. The last 0-0 dates back to 2017 or so. It's definitely a great game of football to enjoy, and obviously had big implications for Leverkusen, who want to get closer to that second spot. The title race, again, in Germany is pretty done and dusted, and there's no two ways about it, but obviously Leverkusen want to improve their position and want to end the season on a great note. They're still in the Europa League. They'll be playing, of course, in the next round of it. They'll be playing, Galatasaray. I think, if I'm not correct, if I'm not wrong, at the top of my head, I'm thinking, no, actually, it is Barcelona who are playing Galatasaray. So I'm not going to dive any further and make wild guesses. Leverkusen want to improve their position, obviously. One of the best sides I've seen playing across Europe. They really play that smooth football. Maybe not exactly a very tight defensive football, because they conceded 39 goals and there's at least like 4 or 5 sides before them in the table that scored less than that. Even sides below them on the table scored less than, conceded less than that. So I think, as far as Leverkusen are concerned, it's going to be an exciting game. For my personal bias, obviously for Bayern, I hope it's a repeat of the first fixture, but clearly Bayern are still lacking some personnel. Of course, Goretzka is yet to return. Alphonso Davies is yet to return to a full fitness. Lucas Hernandez is not going to be available for this one. He's suspended. Corentin Tolisso is injured as well. Neuer's not going to be available, so there's a potential there is for a depleted, I would say, Bayern squad, but hopefully Thomas Muller's going to be available for this one after his bout with COVID from last week, of course. Again, a big game for Bayern Munich and for Leverkusen, and hopefully Bayern Munich will manage the win against a side like Leverkusen that are going to be trying to take advantage, I think, of this depleted squad of Bayern and win away at the Allianz Arena. They're not exactly strange to doing that. They did that as recent, I think, I would say, as October 2019, of course, in 2019-2020 season, where they defeated Bayern Munich 2-1 at home. That was Hansi Flick's, I think, second game or third game in that was like Hansi Flick's first game, I think, or probably the last game, actually, for Niko Kovac at home before that loss to Frankfurt, and then, of course, being replaced by Hansi Flick, and the rest is history, as they say. Elsewhere, of course, on Saturday, it is RB Leipzig continuing their great form after qualifying in the Cup against Hanover 4-0. They host Freiburg. There's going to be a tight game and a big game between two sides that are neck and neck on the table with 40 points, and obviously both sides looking for a Champions League spot. Freiburg, great season they're having, of course, under their coach, Christian Streich, who's doing really, really well to keep them in the top 4, or to keep them in the top half of the table and competing for that top 4 spot. RB Leipzig had a resurgence since Domenico Tedesco arrived, and obviously Christopher Nkunku is leading with a great form, and obviously looking to continue their great showing of the season. It's definitely going to be a game of absolute enjoyment, I think. Both sides are going to be showing us the best of their football, and I really think that the Freiburg may be onto something this season. Maybe they're going to be a wild card to get that full spot. and qualify the Champions League. Another relegation or almost relegation battle between Bochum and Gotha Fürth. Of course, Bochum actually pretty far away from that with 29 points at 11th, but Fürth, of course, surely to be relegated this season, 14 at the bottom of the table. Wolfsburg face Union Berlin. Wolfsburg, of course, they want to improve their results. Union Berlin, they want to return to that conversation of the top 4 spots. They slipped away for the last couple of weeks, Union Berlin, but obviously now with the victory they had last week over Mainz, a big win, that probably can turn things around for them as far as the top 4 spots is concerned and their involvement in Europe next season. Stuttgart, of course, face Borussia Mönchengladbach to finish things off actually on Saturday and round the day in the Bundesliga. Borussia Mönchengladbach, downward spiral really for them. We can't say anything more than that. Winning one of the last 7, since winning against Bayern Munich, which is surprising in of itself how they did that. They're still hovering around 4 points of relegation. Are they safe or aren't they? I mean, with the current form that they are in, I don't think that that's certain anymore. On Sunday it is Mainz versus Borussia Dortmund, and the big story I think from Borussia Dortmund is Erling Haaland, in my opinion, who is set to be joining Real Madrid apparently, if you believe the Spanish media, and I believe Ars is going to be joining the Madrid side in the summer. Apparently they proposed him a big offer and he is leaving this summer. He's not waiting until his contract expires, or he's not waiting until next season when he's available to leave the club, as it is 1 year before his contract ends. But obviously this is going to be much bigger than just that. Of course, Borussia Dortmund, they know that the title might be over and done, but they will try and push always and hope for a period where Bayern are just losing every game. And then, of course, on Sunday, it is Köln versus Hoffenheim. Both sides also involved in the top 4 battle. Köln, of course, if they win at home, this is going to be a big 3 points for them to move them up, and of course to keep them hovering around that top 4 conversation.